Hey, folks, welcome to the Generational Gap. I am Robert, your resident Gen Xer, and right over there, down a little from me, is John, a resident millennial. Millennial. You're a millennial? Millennial.
Mm-hmm.
Millennial. I don't love that word. Sounds like it should have an LOL in the middle. Millennial.
Millennials.
Millennial. There you go. Millennials.
Millennials.
There you are.
Yep.
How you doing tonight, John? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight, folks? I don't see any folks, but I do see John. How you
I'm
doing?
ecstatic. Can't you
Oh,
tell?
calm the fuck down, sir.
You
I
can't
know.
tell how excited I am.
No,
My face is really expressive, so you should be able to tell pretty easily.
it would help if maybe I don't know, throw some confetti up or something. Give us a little. There it is. Jazz
What
hands.
about jazz hands?
There
Yeah.
they are. Jazz hands make all the difference in the world, John. John, it's Friday. It's Friday,
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Time's
you really aren't together tonight, are you?
no time's fun when you're having flies, John.
I suppose so.
Uh,
Oh man.
it was no yeah I'm a little bit out of it tonight. I'm a little not here. I'm a little disjointed, discombobulated. Pick your word that is synonymous with that, and that is I.
So, what put you in this state then? I mean, if you can share it, I don't know if it's something like personal shit.
No, it's I don't know. No, well, I part of it is just we've talked about this off mic over the weekend a little bit. Just some, you know,
Oh yeah.
just my personal disassociation with things right now. But no, I don't know. It's just doom and gloom everywhere I turn. It's just doom and gloom. I'm just tired. I don't know. It's like
Stop
I'm
reading the mainstream media, bruh.
yeah, I'm looking for something to give me some positivity, but I am now I'm finding myself in this cynical place where all I do is see the worst in everything. Um, no, it's like this all this information, for instance, is coming out. The briefings on Soviet involvement in the upcoming election that they're
Soviet involvement.
or Russian, Soviet, Russian. Fucking, I don't care.
It's all the
You
same
know what?
shit.
I know who they were, and I know who they are. I know. When it's all said and done, the apple doesn't far from the tree. Okay. Um,
Jesus.
but what is that bad? Was that bad?
Nah, it's fine.
But no, so it's it's just the same shit again. So the first thing I saw about any of this was that national intelligence has a closed door briefing and talks about Russians are wanting to get involved in the race and meddle with whether Trump wins or Sanders wins,
Yeah, let
and
them run. I mean,
and and
they're not gonna win.
and then it's like, okay, Trump gets pissed. Trump is hollering pissed off because Adam Schiff was allowed to be in that meeting. So he didn't like that Adam Schiff was able to be in that. I saw this, and then it comes out that then it's like, okay, they briefed Bernie on potential Russian involvement in his campaign. Blah blah blah, and then Trump gets all bent out of shape. Who leaked information to Bernie? Who told Bernie about this? And why wasn't I not told about this? And I'm like, dude, just a handful of days ago, they're like, you're pissed off because the intelligence briefing talking about Russian meddling, real or not, I don't know where the information was coming from, what they supplied, or what they could have
Yeah,
been,
yeah, yeah.
whatever. But you were involved in that, and you responded negatively to certain aspects of that. I mean, you were there, there was a thing, and now you're
Yeah.
like, so I look at this and I'm like, oh my god, it's just on and
So I'm
on.
saying you got to stop reading the news for a couple days, man. It'll do
That's
wonders.
that's so hard to do. Well, it's like I'm trying to kind of keep up with the Osira virus. Um, for some reason, that's the thing that keeps popping in my head every time I try and think of the name. They're calling it COVID-19 now. That's what it's being called.
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, it's interesting. I wanted to point this out. The places where it's perking up and becoming a potential threat, Iran, North Korea. It's just kind of interesting. Some of the places it's showing up in the in the health World Health Organization is like
Who?
the World Health Organization. Yes,
Really? Come on.
correct.
Who? Yes.
Um,
Come on.
yeah, I
You
had
ruined
my
it.
head turned. I didn't. I
The
couldn't catch didn't catch your facial signature.
sarcasm.
And
Yeah.
because I turned my head, I thought maybe my mic didn't deliver it properly. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, but anyway, they are saying there are conversations that we're at that breaking point. We're at that brink. It's like, okay, we're in that last little window of opportunity to flip the switch on this, to stop this from becoming the bad thing it could become across the world. And you know, I'm like, okay, doom and gloom, but what's real? What do we know for sure? you know,
Yeah.
nobody. Again, still caught in that. Don't know. So I'm like, all right, what you know what's left? What else is there? It's like, I got to watch the news for that and just keep up with what's going on there. You know, if Trump decides to nuke a city because it's got corona, the COVID-19 in it, and
Yeah.
he thinks nuking that city is going to stop the spread of it, and it'll, I want to make sure I'm catching that when it hits. We might want to get on and talk about that. You know,
Nah. No one cares about it. No, I
well,
mean some people do seem like they're, I don't know, like really concerned about it, but I mean again, it seems like it's way overblown, you know.
um, and then you remember the article I talked to you about, with the dance school. I was pissed off over the weekend off mic when I was, the with the monkey ears, the whole monkey ear issue with the fashion show. You remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to give a little context to that, the fashion show, a young Chinese kid, trying to make it in the American fashion world at school, puts on a fashion show, and he's wanting to make a statement about certain accents of the female form to detract from that, and present his fashion. There's a few models there, and his idea is he's got these like fake eyebrows and big over exaggerated ears and big, like, Rolling Stone punky wax lips, whatever, just to detract from the faces. But one of the models was an African American girl, and she felt that the entire show was racist because she was being asked to wear the same thing that all the other models were.
Right, but she was black, so
Right.
then it becomes racist. Yeah.
Because of the exaggerated ears, it gave the
No, it's
impression.
exaggerated lips as well.
Do you think the lips had a lot to do with
Oh
it
yeah,
too? I
yeah.
Those just look really weird to me.
See, the thing is, well, no, it's because it's known that like
Mm-hmm.
mostly black people, but anyone who's not white really has like bigger, thicker lips.
Right.
If you notice, like most white people have like really thin lips. It's like anyone who's not white typically has thicker, fuller lips.
We may not be live on D Live. Hey, go check the.
Yeah, I know I did. I knew we weren't. I just wasn't gonna bring it up
I wonder what's going on there.
because I didn't want to interrupt the show because we have
Uh,
all of one person watching right now. So
well, that's a shame. Well,
yeah, no one likes us. It's all right.
it's okay. I just noticed that. I didn't realize that it wasn't. It wasn't, and we'd have to restart the stream
Right,
to
that's
get
what
it
I'm
back up
saying.
on D Live.
It's not YouTube. If it was YouTube, I would have said something, but
I mean, there's nothing on D Live I need to set normally, so I'd have to check and see if something changed. Oh, I
yeah,
love it when
probably
fun things
started
happen. But anyway,
fun things. Hey.
yeah. So I was a little, it's again things like that. Those just kind of bring me down a little bit. It's like, okay, is this what we, this is again what we get to, and mainly because the school, the fashion school. Remember the kid that was doing the fashion show as his project, young Asian kid, very new to young Chinese kid, very new to the country, not a strong grasp of the language, but definitely not a strong grasp of the culture. He didn't understand what the problem was. He couldn't figure it out. I mean, he didn't
Right.
see that there was because he wasn't, he wasn't seeing. He was trying to make a specific statement with what he was doing, and I guess he just picked the wrong accessories to do it with, and so yeah, and but the outrage from this girl, the oh, she was traumatized. She was traumatized because she was asked to wear the same thing as other models that weren't African American were being asked to wear. This is what gets me the most. It's like,
Yeah.
that's how elaborate somebody will go, the lengths they'll go to specifically be racist to one individual out of a group. He would go to that extent.
Well, no, I
The
mean
the,
it's the
the
overall
audacity
like
of
racism. It's the overall racism, not like just the one person. Although obviously, since you know, obviously it is about her,
sure,
but to make it seem like she's not self-centered and egocentric and all this kind of stuff, she has to make it about racism.
yeah, the her outrage is audacious at
Yeah.
best. It's but it's that kind of thing. I'm like, what, why do we want to be a culture that like that? Why? So it reaffirms my desire to be away from people and really start to disconnect more. But I
Yeah.
mean, I want to be connected because I need to. I don't know. Some part of me, I don't know. It's that idea. Some part of me wants to be be a historical record. If if I'm still around 20 years from now, my kids are like, tell us about the good time, the time before, the way
Tell us
back
about the great meme war of 2020. you know. Yeah.
before the Orange Man was taken over by the lizard people.
Oh shit, that would be awesome.
No.
I would willingly sacrifice Trump's life to the knowledge of the lizard people.
But what
That
if
would
they
be awesome.
made what if they made him one of them? Could you
He,
imagine
he probably
that
already is one of
hybrid,
them.
a Trump and lizard person hybrid?
What would that be? A Lizump or a Trumpizard? I don't know,
What's the biggest, scariest, orangest lizard we can imagine?
dude.
Hmm.
Chester Cheeto, but like as a lizard.
Oh my.
Yeah, dude.
That's kind of funny. Hey,
Yeah.
John, do
Start
you
clapping them lizard cheeks.
right,
Pop,
right?
pop. Yeah.
Hey, are you bored? Is there any chance you would be interested in finding out? I would give you the choice. Would you want to find out who your Winnie the Pooh character is? Who you relate to the most? Your Harry Potter character, or uh, the Game of Thrones?
Um, I've actually been watching the show and reading the books at the same time. So let's go with Game of Thrones.
I thought you might say that. So
They're
let's.
actually excellent books. The show, I'm at season 5 now. So what I've heard is that this is the last good season,
Yeah.
or at least it starts going downhill after this one.
Well,
But so far, the show is amazing.
what I all I will say is this: I liked the entire thing. And not really, and not so much a spoiler since you've already heard what you've heard. The last season was rushed and did not
Yeah,
come off properly. So I was disheartened by the ending. Outside of that, excellent show. I
yeah. No, I mean
the
it's great.
int-
The cast is amazing.
the intrigue
Like
alone
really good.
is worth it all. All right, so here we go. I am good at coming up with lawyerly excuses for myself when I've done something wrong.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I don't know if that's a five scale or
No,
whatever it
this is
is.
one, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Oh, seven scale. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the six on that one.
Oh, yes, there has to be seven because seven kingdoms. Uh,
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
I use strategic shows of force to keep people in line.
Yeah, no, I do that. And I'll give an example. Uh, like the play fighting stuff that we'll do sometimes in our friend group. Like, I'll use some of that sometimes. Just be like, hey, don't fuck with me, because I can fuck you up. But I don't actually do anything. But
And nobody
yeah,
actually believes you.
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter a little, maybe? But anyway, so what's your number? Five, six, or seven?
Let's go with a five. Because I don't really do it. It's more like playful. But yeah,
Caring about the morality of your actions is for losers.
nah, dude, that's gonna be like a two.
I am a unique individual who deserves special treatment.
Well, we already know the answer to that.
Six or a seven.
That's gonna be a six.
With a little creativity, there's almost always a way for two parties to get more of what both of them want through compromise than either could have gotten on their own.
Hmm, that's an interesting question.
I think it's. Let's see now. I'm of a mind to somewhat agree with that. I think you you can lose out so much trying to get it through other means
Yeah,
that it does the cost doesn't outweigh the
yeah,
end
I'll
result.
keep,
Whereas
I'll make that a five though.
compromise
I'll
might
make it.
get you 2/3 or 3/4 of the way to where you want to be.
Yeah, I'll give that a five.
I welcome the challenge of explaining complex ideas in terms that others can understand.
Oh yeah, seven. I try to do that all the time. Whether or not I succeed is a different, it's a different question. But
I
I
could
try
see,
to do things like
I
that.
could see how it would be a challenge for you.
Yeah.
Expecting other people to be kind for the sake of it is usually a losing ploy.
Um. Yeah.
Five or
Mostly because people who don't do that probably aren't going to do that. So yeah, I mean, I'll give that a three.
wait, so you somewhat disagree with that?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry, I somewhat agree with that.
Yes.
I'll do the yeah.
Fine.
I
I
read
was
it wrong.
yeah. I was
I'm
wondering if
I'm
you
just watching. Yeah, I'm watching on the stream. So
here. You want me to? Can you see it? Okay. Does that help? I mistrust everyone.
um, I'll give that a
Wait,
five because I
wait,
generally do mistrust people until
wait, wait,
I
wait,
know them better.
wait. I have a question
What?
here. This would be a good place to define mistrust versus distrust.
Okay.
Would you agree?
I suppose so. Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see if I
What
can.
is mistrust?
You're looking at.
A lack of confidence, distrust. So it's as a synonym for distrust.
Mm.
Let's see, distrust,
So distrust. I showed.
lack of or absence of trust. So mistrust is like a lack of confidence
What is
in
yours
something.
coming out of?
Distrust, the Merriam-Webster.
Mm.
Uh, Dictionary.com says to regard with doubt or suspicion.
Gotcha. Okay, so synonymous then. Okay,
Yeah,
very good. All right,
yeah.
so mistrust everyone. What did you rank that?
I'll rank that a five because I typically do until I get to know someone.
It's plausible, in my opinion, that mistrust and distrust were slightly different at some point
It's possible.
for them to be synonymous now. But it probably I don't know. I wonder what it would call what you would call it if you feel like you can't be trusted by others.
Distrustful,
untrustworthy, I guess
untrustworthy. Yeah,
would be the best way.
yeah. I guess that would make more sense than distrustful,
So yeah, so
because you can be
the
distrustful of somebody.
right.
Yeah,
But what? Yeah, I guess I that's what I was thinking between mistrust and distrust. If mistrust meant that like you would they would be somebody who would trust you and shouldn't, if that
right.
makes sense. I focus on my goals without being distracted by honor or moral goodness.
So
Oh,
I already disagree with the premise of this question because I don't focus like on anything.
hold on.
Um, I'm just not able to focus for the most part. Without being distracted by honor or moral goodness. No, I'll give that a three. No, I'll give it a two.
Hey, we've got Elephant Man in the chat. Hey, Elephant Man, how are you doing
Oh
tonight? He
shit!
says
What's up, Elephant Man?
he says, does everyone have their dry goods stocked up? What's going on with
I've
that?
got some wet goods stocked up, and I guess I've got some dry goods too, but wet goods for tonight.
Are we at a point? Is something happening? Is something popping off?
I think he's just checking up on us, like neighborly, being very neighborly.
Gotcha, gotcha.
You know, yeah.
Just want to make sure. I'm just like, okay, should I be doing something right now? Should I be active?
Right.
Should I be
Right.
actively
Should we be
double
doing?
checking my bug out bag? All right.
Right.
So, what was your answer to? I focus on my goals without being distracted by honor or moral goodness. Was
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a two on that.
ooh too much
I like honor
morals.
and moral goodness. I'm a
They
fan.
they are for the weak. Most people see me as serious and reserved.
Mm, well, so those are two different things.
Is
Like
asking if
I,
most people
cause,
see you as both.
but they don't. No, because I mean I am pretty reserved, but at the same time I'm not really serious. So I'll give that a four. No, yeah,
Yeah,
let's
just
give it a
split the
four. That's
difference.
fine. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh, I can't do it through OBS. I have to actually do it over here on the screen. I look down on people who unwisely share their secrets. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll give that a five.
You'll notice. Do you notice that there's subtle hints of the
The dark
narcissism
triad
test,
one.
the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
narcissism?
It makes sense.
I with those, yeah. I put considerable effort into presenting myself in a way that will make people respect me. Not
Um,
really. Go ahead, just stand up and
respect
show
me.
us your one.
My one.
You put considerable effort into presenting yourself in a way that will make people respect you.
See, no, not respect. I'll do a three on that one.
I constantly remain on my guard so that no one can take advantage of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a six.
Please. You're such a pushover.
Fuck off.
It has sometimes been necessary for me to be harsh with people in order to keep them in their place.
um, no, I'll give that like a three because I'm not really in the business of putting people in their place.
You put yourself in your place and expect everyone to fall in behind.
Yeah, exactly.
I am constantly anticipating criticism and attacks from others.
Wait, too long flu will shut the country down for about 3 months. We're talking about the U.S. or what? Which country? I'm assuming the U.S. But yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, man. Is there any breaking news or something? Let us know. Um, I'm constantly anticipating criticism and attacks from others. Have you met our friend group? Um, yeah, I'll give that a six.
Uh, I was looking at headlines real quick just to see if there's any. Third case of bubonic plague reported in China within the last month.
Oh God, they're getting fucked up over there.
Although the plague is life threatening, it is treatable. The latest outbreak should not inspire panic. Eh, that'll make you feel good. Oh, goodness gracious. See, that's why I stay on top of the news, John. I keep trying to. You got to watch for this. You never know when it's going to say something. All right, what was
Yeah.
your answer on this?
I said 6, but I'm actually gonna back that up and do 5.
Got it.
Uh,
I do not rely on other people or allies. I rely on doing things myself.
um, I try to. I'll give that a 6. I don't ask for help unless I like it. There's no other option,
I
and
do
even
what
then, I'm like, fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I do what I want without worrying about how it will affect others.
No, I'm gonna give that a 3.
I don't feel that things are under control unless I am in charge.
I'll give that a 4 because I am pretty distrustful of like giving someone a task and expecting it to be done the way that I would do it or that I would want it done.
Right.
Which is actually like being like becoming a manager has fixed that a little bit, but because there's a lot of delegation, but at the same time, I don't know, I prefer to do it myself.
I do not tell people about my motives unless it is useful for me to do so.
Yeah, probably a 6 on that one.
Even when things are going fine for me, I am anxious that it won't last.
Yeah, 6.
I am less interested in romance and dating than most people I know.
Um, yeah, I'll probably get that a 5.
I am alone most of the time, and that isn't a problem for me.
Hell yeah, 6. 6 that bitch up.
I can
I am the best company. Other people are tedious.
I can be really nasty when I take my revenge.
Hmm. I don't usually take revenge, so I would say probably a 3.
I use uncomfortable silences as a way to make people fear me.
um, I will use that as a way to like establish dominance in a room. In the like, if something's uncomfortable, I'll try and break that silence. With some kind of like topic change or something like that. So I mean, I'll give that like a 5.
Hmm.
I don't mean dominance in like a negative sense.
Yeah, we
I
know
just
that.
mean like, here's a chance for me to be the center of attention for a little while.
Okay, puppy.
God
People often underestimate me.
damn. Um, Probably a 5. People don't always realize how great I am.
Whatever. While others may not always see it, there is a hidden morality to my actions.
Um, yeah, I mean, probably a 5, I guess.
I sometimes have trouble hiding my contempt for other people.
uh,
7.
no, I mean, a 3. No, I'm pretty good at that.
I don't feel particularly obliged towards my family, spouse, or romantic partner.
Um, nah, I'll give that a 2.
It seems like the types of friends I make always end up disappointing or rejecting me.
Well, I mean, you guys are pretty disappointing.
We're,
Um,
we're a reflection, sir.
yeah, obviously. Um, no, I'll leave that in the middle. Because, I mean, it just depends on the person. Like, I've had plenty of friends over the years who have been good and not good.
There's
Hey, Wyatt, what's up, man?
there's Wyatt in the house.
Yo.
Lying to and misleading people isn't as bad as it's made out to be. We all do it all the time.
I mean, I guess it depends on
We all do it all the time.
why. It depends on why and, like, how much. You know what I mean? Like,
It just says
telling, I
it's
know,
just
I'm trying to,
justification for lying.
listen, bitch.
John,
Uh,
this is seriously not you. This one's
I'll
not
leave
you.
it, I'll leave it in the middle.
Wow, you're a big liar
Yeah.
then.
How?
I'm gonna start asking you questions now, and then like I'll know now. Okay, that's 50% of these answers are lies. When
No, I'm
I
answering to the best of my ability.
when I am with other people, I am almost always tense and afraid to be myself.
Um, I'll give that a 3 because it depends on the company
Mm-hmm.
that I'm in.
Wyatt says he's tired from work. Wyatt, what kind of work is Wyatt doing now? Wasn't he
He's a cashier, man.
at?
He- I don't know. I'm assuming a grocery store. I'm
Uh,
not gonna ask him where exactly he
well,
works.
I
That's
didn't
fucked
say
up.
exactly. Just what job? What job is he in? So it's a cashier. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
John, coming back. Gosh. I cold read other people's desires to map out where there is a basis for influencing them.
Yeah, 6.
6. Jesus.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
weak. I am often told that I am respected and I am a respected and correct person. Often.
Listen, bitch.
The key word there was often. So just yeah.
What is it again?
I am
If you can, come on, Mr. Chuckles.
I
Read it
am
again.
I am often told that I am a respected and correct quote unquote person.
Well, at work I am. Everywhere else, probably not. So I'll leave that in the middle. So it depends on if I'm trying to be a respected and correct person or if I'm just being myself, which is not that.
I am attracted to partners who see some moral goodness in me I don't always see in myself.
Yeah, I'll give that a 5.
Yeah.
I like to be told how awesome I am.
Mm-hmm. When someone thinks they can deter me from doing what I wish by using threats and punishment, it only strengthens my resolve.
7, yes. But that's how I grew up.
All right, here we
Absolutely.
go. We're about to find out that you are 80% Tyrion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You are the imp, and
Yeah.
73% Arya. You're like
Oh,
all
that's kind of awesome.
you're all the good
She's awesome.
you're all the good yucky characters.
What? Dude, Tyrion's fucking awesome.
I fully expected you might be a little bit more like Littlefinger.
I'm not. I don't think I'm that like manipulative.
No, just that much of a dick. I guess this doesn't measure the dick scale.
No.
Wyatt. So Wyatt says
Like,
he's a cashier. So that could be. We should speculate on the different places he could be a cashier at. So, for instance, what if he like takes the money at the door of a strip club?
he could.
That could be a very tiring job for a person.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of work. What else could he be a cashier at? Maybe he's a cashier at a trampoline arena for kids, and they are so annoying, and they always have birthday parties.
Oh, dude, I actually know the guy who started the Rebounders.
Rebounders.
Yeah. He was actually my karate sensei when I was growing up. Yeah. He dated his daughter too.
No,
Yeah.
that is cold.
Well, I mean, like, he liked me and everything, so.
What else could Wyatt be? What other kind of place could Wyatt be a cashier at? What are some other interesting places he could be a cashier at?
You know those like used bookstores that have like that musty, dusty kind of smell to it?
Right,
Like that.
because they have
You
books
work in one
stacked
of
up so
those.
high and
And they're old
and
and
old
like not
with
well taken care of. Yeah. It's a great smell though. I don't know if I'm weird or not for that.
it's hard to
I
find
enjoy
good book.
that.
It's hard to find a good old bookstore like that
Yeah,
anymore.
dude, Midget B got a US Army like service manual from like 1917 there. It was fucking awesome. It was really cool. Like the pages were all worn and stuff. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, what else you got there?
Hmm. I'm watching the chat. Elephant Man asking if there's any panic buying going on in Wyatt City.
Ah,
He
well,
keep
let's not have all this dead air while we're waiting for the chat to have their own conversation.
no so yeah, fill the air. No, he keeps prompting me to look at my news app. I'm like, okay, all right, what's anything popping up? Anything
It'll
going?
be fine.
What's going on? John, are we all gonna die? John, are we gonna die?
Robert, the show must go on, even if
Damn
we
it!
die live on the air. Think about the views we'll get if we just both of us just died right on the air. And then I wonder how long the stream would go on. Probably until you didn't pay your electric bill.
Or the
And then they
electricity
shut.
goes out
Well, yeah, I mean,
when the
either way.
lights go out for everyone.
When the lights go
Hmm.
out in
In
the
the city.
city.
All right.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna throw another one at you.
Oh, shiz.
Oh, the stock market. Um,
No one gives a shit about the stupid stock
there
market,
was a
dude.
significant drop in the stock market today because of the coronavirus um, concerns,
It'll be
but
alright.
but I'm trying to figure out if it's enough to trigger because we had been bouncing pretty high. I don't
Oh,
think it's enough to trigger a
and
recession or a major
real quick,
recession yet.
Elephant Man, are you in our Discord server? Because if you're not, you should be. And if you're not, the link is down in the description. Go hang out there. Well, I mean, after the show, of course, but
Right, and
go
throw
ahead and
any
join.
if you've got relevant information, throw it in
Yeah,
there.
throw it in there for sure. Let everyone else know as well.
Because if you know, if the stock market is going to give us a big kick in the balls, well, wife works in a major retailer, and she didn't report any significant upswing in anything today. Just the standard run of the mill daily operations, and by major retailer I mean
Yeah, yeah.
the major retailer that still with brick and mortar stores. The major retailer with brick and mortar stores. I think only one qualifies as that, right?
No, there's a few.
Is there anybody that qualifies as the major retailer in the United
I
States?
mean, if you want everyone to know where she works, just say it, because, I mean, you pretty much did.
Obviously not. You didn't get it. You
No, I
didn't.
know. I already know.
How do you know? I've never talked about
Yes,
this.
you have.
Never.
Yes, you have.
If no video, no proof.
Okay. So anyway, what's this other dumbass test we're doing?
I don't. I was. I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, this show's going great.
um, no. Here it is. There you go.
I can't see it, so
So here comes. Well, let's see if you can figure out what the test is by the questions. See if I can hide it enough. You'll figure it out. I bet I didn't get enough cleared off the screen. You'll figure out what this test is about. All right. Controversial publications like the Muhammad cartoons are mostly just disruptive to the public. And you're on the 5 scale right now.
two. Get fucked. Draw whatever you want. I don't care.
No, what it's saying is they're all they are is mostly they're just mostly disruptive to the public.
Yeah, and I'm saying no,
You don't agree with that?
no.
Yeah. It takes a lot of
Oh,
serious.
sorry, Ron Helton. Yeah, Robert's a boomer, so he forgot to do the D
No,
Live
no, no,
thing.
no. D
No,
Live never.
I know. There was a
God dang.
thing.
No, it didn't. I didn't realize it wasn't streaming to that till we were already live on the other
Yeah,
channels.
there were some
And
technical problems right
I don't
before
know.
the show started, so we haven't had time to fix that.
Yeah, I don't
Sorry
know.
about that, Ron.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it messed up D Live, and I apologize for that. But I do blame John for it, so we should be fine there.
So I am giving this a two, though.
It takes a lot of serious setbacks for
Oh,
me before I start feeling blue.
yeah, that's gonna be a four.
Oh, okay. I rarely act impulsively or regret my decisions.
I'm gonna give that a two. I'm pretty impulsive.
Most people really want to help others.
Gonna leave that middle of the road.
I like to stick to familiar foods.
Yeah, 5. I'm not much of a trier.
I am usually serene with few strong emotions.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 5. I really don't. Like I said in the last test on Friday, I was saying I don't get angry. I might get frustrated, but that's about it. Like I don't actually get angry.
I am quick to laugh and quick to shrug off bad news.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 5 as well.
I tend to daydream and fantasize.
5. Part of that lack of focus that we talked about earlier.
Ron Helton says D Live seems a little flaky today. He says hanging up and buffering.
That's lame.
Well, that might have something to do with why it wouldn't connect. What was okay? We got that. I dislike being the center of attention. Would rather be by myself at home on the sidelines.
See, that's the thing is both of those.
You can't be
um,
both.
I know, but I'd try. Um, I'm gonna go with I'll go with a 4 on that one.
My daydreams sometimes evolve into entire stories or series of events.
Yeah, they do. 4.
People hold paintings and poetry in too high esteem, considering what these things really are.
Yeah, dude, fuck paintings and poetry. 4.
You're an asshole. I write poetry, John.
I wrote poetry when I was like younger. I wrote cringy poetry.
Yeah. I often attend sporting events or loud concerts, and I like that feeling of being in the crowd.
Um, Not the often part, but I do like them, especially concerts mostly. I'll give that a 4.
I don't really like parties, bars, or discotheques.
Oh, dude, 2. I love that shit.
I am very active and don't spend much time doing nothing.
uh,
Go ahead, John. Be
no,
honest
because
with
I'm
the
always
world.
I'm always doing something. It's just whether or not that something is
It's
productive.
very active. It's talking about being active.
Oh yeah, I'll give that a 2.
Yeah, active, John. Look for the operative words. I am one who naturally speaks
Yeah.
up in groups and at meetings.
4.
I have clear goals and only a few select goals that I focus most of my time on.
Yeah, 5.
I exercise constant care in my work so that I don't have to go over it again. Don't worry, exercise is not the key word.
I know. 4.
Oh, no, disagree. It's that exercise in it.
Ew, gross.
When I am under pressure, I must struggle to maintain my cool.
No. I'm gonna give that a 2. I'm pretty level-headed under pressure.
I get a kick out of interacting with people.
I mean, I'm
I
gonna give that a 4 because I do, but then there are times where I'm just like, don't even fucking look at me.
I
So
I
I don't know. It depends.
I readily know what I want and don't find it hard to make up my mind.
Yeah, that's number 4.
I am incurable with regard to regards to order. My stuff always ends up in a mess.
I mean, yeah, but it's an organized mess. Like I know where everything
John,
is,
don't you stop.
but I
We
do. I
all
know
say that.
exactly
We
where
all
my
say
shit
that,
is.
John. We all say
I
that. But
don't
anyway,
lose shit.
my
Fuck
st-
you.
if someone looked at it, what would it be called from the outside?
Oh, it would be a mess. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
you're a four or five.
4.
With regard to values, there is no absolute truth. Whatever people's values are, that is true for them.
I mean, so morals are subjective, but truth isn't. So I'm gonna leave that in the middle
Well, it says with regard to values,
with regard to
there's
values.
there is no absolute
Okay.
truth.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll give that a 4.
I am not always as reliable as others.
I'll give that a 4.
Well, I am
I
a
can be flaky at times.
I am a homebody and don't like traveling.
But I mean, both.
No, this
because
is
I
saying
love
if
traveling.
you have the opportunity to travel, you'd rather stay at
Oh,
home.
then five. Fuck yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
no.
I'm gonna
That's what it's
travel.
saying. If you have the opportunity to travel, would you rather stay at home? That's what it's saying. I'm a homebody and don't like traveling.
Oh, don't like. Okay, you cut out there. Yeah, no, I'm gonna give that a two. I
Not
love traveling.
not everyone is deserving of respect. Respect must be earned, not simply given.
Four. Uh, only because like while that is true, that last part, I mean, you should always give respect until someone has earned disrespect. You know what I mean? Like it's a two-way street.
I
Like yeah,
love
someone
going
has to
in.
earn it, but so do you. Like you also have to earn someone else's respect.
To hell with that. I like
So
going in with preconceived notions.
wait, what?
I said, fuck that. I like to go in with preconceived notions.
Oh, nah,
My fantasies and speculations have a dark and brooding twist.
nah. I give that a two.
No,
Not usually.
no millennial twist.
I fantasize about grandiose things,
Right.
awesome things.
I am better than others, and I know it.
Five.
Jesus.
Yeah.
If need be, I apply flattery to get what I want. It isn't always sincere, but it works.
Four.
Yep.
Yeah.
Others regard me as good hearted and well meaning.
I would say four.
I would say three.
Yeah. Well, you're a cynic, so.
I often procrastinate.
Oh, five. Yeah. Absolutely. In fact, I was doing that before the show.
I don't I don't always prepare for things, preferring to trust in my natural preparedness.
Yep. Four.
If I really need to, I can manipulate others to get what I want.
Four.
Bastard. I often feel anxious or uncomfortable.
Three.
When I hear tales of the past, old monuments, and words from ancient languages, it fills me with excitement.
Five. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mysteries like the true nature of the universe or where it all comes from aren't really useful enough for me to spend my time on.
Four. Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't care about the universe all that much.
All right.
It doesn't
So
care about me either, though. So
you are
all is
most
fair.
like Grand Moff Tarkin from
Nice. Very
you.
respectable, powerful man.
You are open. Your high points are imaginative, intellectual, artistic, seeks adventure, thinks in symbols and abstraction. Low, you're not very practical, realistic, factual, sensible, down to earth. Prefers
Yeah.
familiarity and routine.
Yep. That sounds like me.
You poor bastard. So you're Grand Moff Tarkin. Wow, what an asshole.
Dude, he really wasn't though.
He blew Alderaan up, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was ordered to.
Whatever. He
Or no, did he
carried.
give the order? Wait, hang
He
on. I'm trying to remember the scene now. No, no, he did give the order.
and
But he was probably ordered by the Emperor. I
and
can't remember exactly
and even
to do it.
acted all snooty to Princess Leia when as he did it.
Well, no, he liked Princess Leia. He knew her, like as she was growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why he said the quote that's under the picture there. When he said, you don't know how hard it was, or whatever, something like that. When I had to sign the order for termination or whatever.
Yeah, but there's so much psychopath in that when he says it. Like he does a great job of delivering the psychopathic edge
Yeah,
when he makes that comment. To where it's like, you know, it's I don't believe I don't believe it was hard for him at all. I mean, it was almost like he was saying that in a mocking way, like, you
like he
know,
knew that was the thing that he should have said
right,
at that
right,
moment. Yeah,
right, because of any past relationship they had.
yeah.
Because she didn't have any love for him.
No, no, certainly not.
So there
At least
you
not at
are,
that time.
John. That's who you are. The Star Wars Big Five test. If that tells you anything about your life in the Star Wars universe, there you have it. Hopefully that helps guide you in some way.
Probably not.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Well,
Ugh.
but outside of that, other than that, hopefully the world's not going to blow up. Yeah, the
Hopefully
stock.
not.
There was a hit on the stock market today, so I don't think that it. It's a dip that we could handle. I think. I don't think it's. We'll have to see if there's a rebound. I mean, there's potential for a rebound. Hopefully, we're not going to see an issue with this being the kickoff of the economic decline they've been talking. You know, they always do that though. Every time the economy's up, they're always like, "Careful, it's about to come down. Careful, it's about to come down." And they
Yeah.
keep saying it till eventually they're right, because of course the economy does go in dips and waves. But
Yep.
it's kind of interesting how it works. But anyway, so John, outside of that, I don't want to bore these good people that may or may not still be here.
Yeah.
But we've got places that we can be found out in the big bad universe. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'm glad you remembered. Yes. So you can find us on Twitter at the Gen Gap P. You can find us on Discord in the link below. And while you're down there, you can also check out freedomscoop.com, where you can find our videos and other people's, such as Jay Edgar, who just showed up in the chat there, and Stephen Ignoramus, and I believe Wyatt is also there now from Roundtable Decision, which is excellent. I'm glad you joined us. You can also, while you're over at freedomscoop.com, you can go and buy our t-shirts. Buy our t-shirts there. And if you put in the code GENGAP, you can get 15% off, which is
Nice.
pretty fucking excellent.
That's a nice thing.
So make sure you do that. In fact, I have the shirt hanging up right there.
Yep,
So
that
you can
really
see part of
didn't.
it.
Yeah, it didn't much help at all, did it? Anyway, and final note from Elephant Man. He says, "Don't take this flu lightly," and I'm not. Like I said, it's one of those things keeping me watching the news feed, seeing what's going on with it. I mean, we've it's not busting a nut over here yet, so hopefully we can keep a handle on it. As it stands right now, it seems to be primarily spreading in areas of less than hygienic conditions, etc. But it is something to keep an eye on. Like I said, there's some interesting places it's popping off and having some dramatic effects. France, though, is also kind of going into a lockdown now. They're putting a lockdown into effect over there, uh, as well as Iran having some real fears from it, and North Korea. I think it was North Korea. I'm pretty sure it was North Korea, not South Korea, but I'll have to double check. But when it's all said and done, it's kind of the same. If it pops off in one, it'll probably pop off in the other. But anyway, so yeah, we'll keep our eyes on it. And John, we're gonna wrap this up. I will probably be planning on seeing you Friday. What do you want to call it? Friday, say around 8:30. You want to do something then, maybe?
All right, yeah, I can probably do that. I can swing that.
All right. Well, just keep your ears open, because if anything, if there's anything that if we need to get on here and talk to folks about something,
Yeah, yeah. If I think it's something better to do, then I won't show up on Friday. But
Oh, thank
I'll
goodness.
try and be there.
Hmm. All right, and hey, make sure and check out John's exciting archery videos. He's been doing some fun. We had a little
Yes.
fun this weekend doing that. Um,
Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time too.
didn't I?
'Cause it was fun. That's what you said. So I don't know if you were lying or not, but
No,
yeah,
it's been a long time since I had my hands on a bow and was really shooting, and it was fun. It was enjoyable.
yep.
But
I also have one more announcement while we
no,
have
don't
people
do it.
here. I do. Tomorrow at about noon, ish, TBD. Um, I'm going to be on Steven's channel, Steven Ignoramus. We're going to be talking about Sinn Féin's victory in the Irish elections that just happened. So I was actually really surprised when he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I'm going to be doing this segment on this. You want to talk about it?" And I was like, "You're fucking a right, I do." So I'll
Lang-
be there.
language
So make
joke.
sure you guys are there too.
Italy and South Korea, by the way. Correction. Italy and South Korea. Those were two of the places. I know France was having some discussions about it, but
Hmm.
South Korea. It is South Korea and Italy. Italy is.
Hey, Ron Hilton saying the libertarian who couldn't shoot straight. Listen, I can shoot straight, okay? Just the target isn't always straight. So I'm not always pointing towards the target when I shoot straight. That's all.
It's not like they're standing still. Oh wait,
Well, yeah.
wait. All right, so yeah, we'll be back at 8:30 on Friday, and then we'll be following that up again a week from tonight on our shooting the shit episode. If anything, which will be at 9 o'clock
Yeah.
again. If anything crazy goes down between now and our next show, of course, we'll try and jump on here and
Yep.
give you the 411. And for those of you that don't know what that is, that means information.
Because
Is it gay? Nice.
it wasn't straight. Yeah.
Leave it to Ed.
Nice.
Leave it to Ed. I'm so glad he shows up. I love Ed. I love Ed so hard.
Yeah, he's all right for a white boy.
All right, we're going to get the hell out of here. Thanks for coming by, folks. Have yourselves a great night. Peace out.
Yep. See you guys.